I remember him saying that God is your father and you don't have to do it alone anymore. As a young man not having a father, it turned my heart of stone to flesh. I grew up in Cudahy, California, and I lived with my grandma basically half of my life until the third grade. And my grandma basically raised me for most of my life. She was a woman of prayer, a woman of God. I just remember her being like my mom because my mom was so busy that she wasn't there. And my father, he wasn't in the picture. Not having a dad really impacted me because my brothers and sisters, they had their dad in their life. And so seeing them having their dad, I would ask myself, where's my father? So I just became a depressed, angry young man with no purpose. And I was just hurting, I was broken. I remember a good friend of mine, one day he invited me to this men's group. And me being arrogant, I used to be like an atheist. I used to be like just trying to disprove God. I was really into science, into math, engineering and stuff. And so I remember he told me to pull up to this family group. It's like a Bible study. As the video started playing, the word of God started to be spoken. Pastor Jason started to speak the word of God and talk about how God is your father and he would never leave you, he would never forsake you. And Pastor Jason began to preach and the word of God started to penetrate my heart and heart. And so I stood up, I remember standing up and I lifted my hands and the leader started praying and the word of God came to that leader and the leader prayed over me and he said, you've been trying to live your life on your own. I remember him saying that God is your father and you don't have to do it alone anymore. As a young man not having a father, to hear that God is your father and he's been there all along, it turned my heart of stone to flesh. And now to this day, I'll never forget that moment because if it wasn't for that leader who hosted group, if it wasn't for that one invite. And so as I walk with God and as I go forward, I look at Pastor Jason, I look at my leaders and I say, I want to be a man just like that. Because growing up, I never had that model. I never had that inspiration. But because of Pastor Jason, because of the ministry, I'm able to have someone to model. So now I'm a family group leader. I'm married. I just got a 1-bedroom apartment with my beautiful wife. Finishing up nursing school this semester. I graduate in December. And my life's never been better. I have joy. I have peace. All those thoughts of anxiety, all that depression, it's gone now. And where anger was, now there's joy. Where anxiety was, now there's peace. Because of the love of God that I've experienced and the equipping that I've gotten here at church, I've been able to turn my life around. And instead of going after my own desires, now I go after God's desires. My name is Jaime, and I'm blessed to partner with Jason Lozano Ministries.